Welcome to Like a Champion. I'm your host, Jaden Johnson, and I'm grateful you're joining me as we explore what it means to live like a champion. Hey there, welcome back to the show. It's an honor to have you on with us today. I know your most valuable asset is your time, and so I'm thankful that you would take the time to spend here on Like a Champion today. Today we're going to be continuing with this idea of lost virtues. I know I said we might on the last episode, but I really think it'd be good to continue with this for a little while at least. And today we're going to talk about the lost virtue of beauty. The lost virtue of beauty. And this might sound a little odd, and I'm not really necessarily, maybe a little bit, going to talk about the beauty standard in people, but not so much of a focus on people, more of a focus on our world and the way we view the world. And I think, to be honest with you, we've kind of compromised beauty for efficiency in every area of our culture. If you think about large corporations, large businesses, restaurants, especially chain restaurants, or even travel experiences or churches, places of worship. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and beyond that, beauty and the way that things looked was such a high value over just how efficient something could be. Like you would walk into let's just take a fast food restaurant, for example. Okay, let's take like Wendy's. Okay, you go into a Wendy's and, 20 years ago, they would have the carpets and the walls and the flooring and the decorations on the wall would make you know that you were at Wendy's. It was all red. There were pictures and different things that just brought beauty to the place. And now, whether you think that looked good or not, that's not what I'm trying to get to here. What I'm trying to get to is beauty is character, and when we can see the character of something, that's when we can see its real beauty. And now you go into a Wendy's, and the walls are blank. The floors are some sort of dark tile. That's very, not even a pretty tile, just a blank tile. And then the chairs are all black or brown, and the tables are all black or brown, and there's even just white top tables, and there's no decorations on the wall. Instead of wearing red shirts, the employees are wearing gray shirts or black shirts, and just things like that. And not that I frequent Wendy's at all. Actually, I don't ever eat fast food hardly at all. But I'm just providing an example that you can see. Same thing with churches. When you would go into a church years ago, there would probably be nice plants on the stage with maybe stained glass, nice natural light. Colored chairs, colored carpet. And, am I a huge fan of colored carpet or colored chairs? Not necessarily, but did it add character? Did it add beauty? I think so. And I believe that that's something we've lost in our culture, and maybe something that's coming back. But this is why we travel. Beauty is a big reason as to why we travel. A lot of people travel. If you live on the coast, a lot of people travel to the mountains because of how beautiful and how much character the earth has in those places. Or, if you live away from the ocean, you probably travel down to the coast just to see the blue water and how nice it is. I live in Texas, and 2 months ago or so, my wife's grandparents invited us to their house in West Palm Beach, and it was beautiful. I mean, truly the beauty of just the water, the natural vegetation, Just the way that the sun opened up on the ocean. I mean, it was just beautiful. And same thing, going into one of our favorite places to visit is Colorado. Go into the San Isabel National Forest, and the beauty is so real there. It hasn't been most of it hasn't even been touched by man as far as development. And I'm not saying development can't be beautiful; it can, but the natural earth and beauty is the reason a lot of us travel. It was the main driving force in architecture for a number of centuries was beauty. We went through this period where there was functionality and then beauty, and now it's transformed into efficiency. How many people can we get in this building? How many offices can we get in here? How many this, that, or the other can we fit in this amount of space? Rather than saying, okay, let's take a step back and make this a place where people can actually recognize beauty in this. And so these are just a couple of examples. And so, like I said before, this is a place where we want to practice mindfulness and to be mindful of what's around us and the things that we're taking in and the things that we're learning and listening to. And so I just want you to think for a moment. And if you have to pause this recording, that's okay. But maybe just take a deep breath. Don't close your eyes if you're driving, but maybe if you're just sitting still, just close your eyes for a second. Take a deep breath. And think about the last week. Where did you see something beautiful in the last week? Maybe it was a place. Maybe it was a person. Maybe it was something that you created or that someone else created. Our creations are ways to express beauty, whether that be art or, something mechanical. Creations can be beautiful. So even a home-cooked meal can be beautiful. If my wife bakes a loaf of sourdough bread, pulls it out of the oven, it's got that golden brown crust on it. I mean, that's beautiful. Some of you just got hungry because I just said that. But that's a beautiful thing. And so think about that. Where's somewhere that you saw beauty? For me, it was in the work of my producer. For those of you that don't know, I'm a musician, and right now I'm in the process of recording a couple of songs. Today is March 30th, so that's the timestamp here. But I'm recorded these songs that I thought were decent songs, and then when I put them in the hands of a music producer, and this music producer took these songs and added in, 8, 10, 12, 15 different parts, 6 or 8 different instruments and modulations, and just tweaked the song so that it sounded beautiful on the ears. That's beauty. Him creating that, even though he didn't write the song, he took the song and made it beautiful. And so I want to encourage you to be more mindful of the beauty that you see on a daily basis. And now I want to challenge you to figure out ways to create beauty. So many times we focus on creating things that are so efficient that lack beauty. And for those of you that are making money, you know that you need efficiency. In business, you need efficiency. In your relationships, you need efficiency. In your places of worship, you need efficiency. But also, beauty helps you to appreciate that. And people will pay for beauty. They pay for things that make them feel like there's character behind what they're buying. And so I want to encourage you to create beauty. You know what you do. You know what your passions are. You know what you do for work. I don't. And so maybe creating beauty for you looks like taking an extra hour and making, if you're working on a document that, let's say you're working on an essay. Let's say you're working on an essay and you are, of course you have a time crunch, but to make that thing beautiful, maybe take a couple extra minutes and flow some words together a little bit sharper, a little bit better. Maybe it looks like, going into your business website this week for half an hour and changing the font so it's more appealing, so it's more beautiful. Maybe it looks like the next project that you do, you think of ways, not only can this be efficient, but also beautiful, because a lot of times beauty doesn't take extra money. It just takes extra care. I'm going to say that again. A lot of times beauty doesn't take extra money. It just takes extra care. Because beauty makes you feel something. It makes you feel like there's character in what you're looking at. It makes you feel like there's something bigger than yourself, better than yourself. So when that producer took my songs and turned them into something beautiful, I realized that, okay, this song could actually be a little bit bigger than myself. It could actually reach more people than just me and just the couple of people that I've shown it to. Because there was time taken there to make it beautiful. My producer didn't say, okay, for sake of time, let me just, cram all of these, instruments into, MIDI tracks or electronic tracks. He actually took the time to get instruments in there, and it made it beautiful. So I want to encourage you. Find something that you can add beauty to. Whatever you're doing throughout your day, find ways to recognize beauty. Find ways to appreciate beauty. It's a lost virtue. And I want to encourage you to find ways to create it, to create beauty in your life. Take a couple extra minutes on a meal just to make it beautiful. Take a couple extra minutes on the content that you create to make it appealing to the eye. Because what beauty does is it honors you. It elevates you. When you create something that's beautiful, you go into another category because you're already creating things that are efficient. You're already creating things that are fun. So step it up one notch. Don't lose the virtue of beauty in the waves of efficiency. I hope this helps you today. If it does, leave a comment or subscribe. Tell a friend or shoot me an email. Go to my website. My email address is on there, jadenjohnson.com. And I hope to connect with you soon. I'm on social media, Instagram, Facebook. And once again, I appreciate your time because I know your most valuable asset is your time. Have a great day.